Welcome back to Monterrey, Mexico, where Remy LeBeau starts on pole from Christian Bentley and Lam Fong in fourth place. It's Liam Stones coming from Scotland, followed by Francis Capi-Selavir. Hux Vanucci starts sixth from Kimi Naila in the 6-7 car. Then it's Chaos Andale, Spike and Peppo, Iago Sigurd, and Neptune Grizzly. Nick Leon starts 12th from Hanchai Celia and Tam Andale. Antonio Ponte is partnered with Kiro Giri on row 8. Then it's Nashe Perez, Andres Antaholi, Ahmed Celia, and the rookie Joey Williamson. Gunnar Schmidt is alongside him from Juan Villalobos, Grande Souza, and Liza Alves. After a pretty good opening round in Long Beach, we've arrived in Mexico for the first of two races below the border as all 5 legs go on. The ChampCar Grand Prix of Monterrey is underway. That's a good getaway there from Christian Bentley. A great start from Capi-Selavir, but held off by Lam Fong as they come through the opening chicane. Bentley's going alongside, hopping over the curb to take the race lead, but yellow's flying in the opening sector already. That's one of the team green cars. Kuragiri is out. Wow. That ends that fun, I guess. Christian Bentley took the lead throughout all of that carnage down at the opening chicane. Remy LeBeau's going to have to try and find a way to fight back. And Lam Fong is up in third. Maybe Stones is going to have to defend with Capi-Selavir and Hux Vanucci. Chaos Andale in the other Sims Triple 8 car needs to find a way to fight back. Kimi Naila behind it. We're about to go green again as they're coming through the second sector. And we are now green. And Andale looking for a way to get past Hux Vanucci without delay. But the yellows return in sector 2. And that's Perez and Ponce both out. Now my question is, what happened to Antonio Ponce in the Grand Slam car? I think it must be something similar to what we've just seen from Nashe Perez, because both of them out. And for Nashe, this is his home race alongside Spike and Peppo. This is one of their 2 home races, and Neptune Grizzly's got wing damage. The man who won on debut last time out. Suboptimal. Cautions are ending on lap 2 of 17. 2 seconds to margin out in front for Christian Bentley as we are now green. Grizzly and Leon both dive down into the pits. Interesting that we haven't seen any time penalties come in for any of those incidents, but must be deemed as lap 1 incidents or something. It's Remy LeBeau with the fastest opening sector. He takes the lead past Christian Bentley. We look back on the 26 car as Tam Andale sets a new fastest opening sector. Bentley, as we go on board with the 32, staying very close and very much in touch with the Frenchman in front of him. Still driving with those hand controls and somehow still flying. We watch Spike Peppo in the top 10 in his home race, his second ever ChampCar Grand Prix. And Remy, well, he's certainly flying out there for Team Rahal. Lam Fong gets past Christian Bentley as they come through the final corner. Lap 73 also looking pretty quick as well. We go on board with the 32. As Lam Fong sets a new fastest lap, Christian Bentley reclaims the race lead. Chaos Andale steals the fastest lap away. And the 26 going up against the 73, getting a good run to both of them on Christian Bentley as Lam Fong, for the first time in a while in the ERL, takes the lead. The 26 of Remy LeBeau dueling away with the 32 and taking second place. And you know what? He'll take the lead as well for good measure. Great stuff from the Rahal Letterman man. Looking further down the order, and Chaos Andale had the fastest lap for a moment there, but Landro Zakaholi. Oh, big slide there for Landro. That's with Hanchai Celia. The 48 being involved in quite the incident there. Oh, that is very much a big incident that has happened down in the second sector. Yellow flags somehow was the only thing that was flying. With green again as Capi-Selavir comes in, his APC Motorsports team probably expected a full course yellow, which did not come. Stones got in front as Zakaholi is out, and that is Juan Villalobos who got involved in that wreck. Grande Souza has been given a time penalty from an earlier incident And a lot of drivers now coming in. Cilia's got damage, but I don't think anyone else, aside from Villalobos, of course, has major front wing damage. This is the perfect time for Fernando de Sousa to come in and serve that time penalty. So that's good news if you are a fan of that Dale Coyne Racing man. Cautions are ending on lap 4, and we are green again. Liam Stone's in the 42. Staying right behind Lampon. Is he going to make the move? If he can make the move, because he's half a second behind. That gap staying roughly around the same. In fact, the top 4 effectively separated by the same gap of about half a second. Not able to pull away from one another too much. In comes Remy LeBeau from the race lead at the end of lap 4. Liam Stone's following him in with Hux Finucci. This is one of the more chaotic races at this layout. A lot of elevation change. And as Hatcheye Cilia sets a new fastest second sector after coming in and putting on some new tyres. I expect to see that Newman Haas car going pretty quickly today. And Neptune Grizzly on the back of his teammate. That's close with Christian Bentley. They touch rear wheels to the 2 American drivers, and they're both in the wall. Neptune Grizzly wall rides twice and is out of the race. Who knew that was possible? I didn't. That didn't seem real. Obviously, this game isn't real, but like, that doesn't seem possible. How on earth did he rebound off of both walls? And got up on 2 wheels on both. As we're green again, Lampong not getting a great getaway. These tyres not holding up too well. 4% for Chaos Andalay as he's making his way through the final corner. He's going to be lucky to make it in without a full car puncture as Lampong comes in at 18%. 1% for the 14. Lucky boy as he trundles down pit row. Capi Selavir in the 77 car now leads on lap 6 of 17. That's 11 laps until the checkered flag falls. And I think we've still got a lot of racing to go. Oh! Speaking of, Hatcheye Cilia becomes a Beyblade at the opening chicane. Spun around in that 48 car. Almost tags. Oh, that's Fernando de Sousa out of the race. Oh, that is... If the mini-map is anything to go by, I think we lost him. I think we might have lost that Portuguese driver if the mini-map is anything to go by. You never want to see any of these dots leaving the confines of the track, and, well, when it's flipping around wildly like that, I think he's fallen into the nearby pond. And yeah, he is there as we go green again. I'm receiving word from the ERL directors themselves. He's there, but he got out somehow. Fernando de Sousa is still with us, but Joey Williamson is out of the race. Bad news for the Aussie. And this is perfect timing for APC Motorsports' Capi Selavir to make his second stop in the race. But for Spiker Peppo in his home race, he now leads from Iago Sigurd and Tam Andalay. Selavir's going to be racing Liam Stones on pit exit, but on the set of hard tyres that he's on, 2 laps fresher, he is well and truly in this race-winning battle. It's quite the divide between pit exit and pit and the racing line. Sorry, as we're green again. Ahmed Cilia looking for the run, and I think he's got it in that 78 car. Covered off by Capi Selavir in that 77. And he saw Remy LeBeau as a legend that he always wanted to live up to. And, well, now he's in front. And he's going to try and get past Liam Stones as well. It's almost 3 wide. Going through some of the tightest parts of the track. Selavir moves up into 4th. And into the wall there for the 26. And for the 42. And Remy gets it back onto the road. In 5th place. Somehow, He's gone from being on the wall to on the track. And he keeps this race, at least for now, very much on track, but certainly with a pit stop in hand. Peppo comes in. Iago Sigurd leads in that 47 car. Tam Anderley currently second, followed by Capi Selavir, who currently has to be the favourite to win this race. The pole sitter once again involved in an incident. Christian Bentley versus Ahmed Cilia, fighting over 5th place, right behind Kimi Nyla in the 67. I don't think that Dale Coyne car is going to put up too much of a fight as it stands. Or is he? In that 67 car, Kimi Nyla, the Brazilian-English driver. And oh, he touches! And the cautions come out for Hooks Finucci and for Lam Fong. That's coming out of the pits. Yikes. Well, we couldn't quite get a camera on the Newman Haas car, but still a big crash coming out of pit row there for both drivers involved, and for Lam Fong, that takes him out of race winning contention as well. It's like everything is going right for the 77, even though his teammate is out. In comes Iago Sigurd, in comes Tam Anderley. So do you want to know who will lead us to lap 9 of 17? With 8 laps to go, Capi Selavir leads in the ChampCar Grand Prix of Monterrey. On board, Kimi Nyla comes down into the pits. 20% tyre wear. There's a little left of that soft compound Firestone tyre left. William Stones comes in and will serve a 5-second time penalty. Chaos Anderley running very well here. Second place for the Sims man, who did not enjoy his trip to the Long Beach last time out. Even went as far as to say life's a beach on the radio, as Iago Sigurd moves up to 3rd place in front of Ahmed Zili, and I think the Brazilian is going to look for the pass. Goes quite a bit sharper on that corner exit there, just to try and get alongside, and he does get alongside of Chaos. And he'll hold on to second. I wasn't really sure if he was going to do it, because we know how much Chaos likes holding on to the outside line. And now his cousin's right behind him in the Target Chip Ganassi car. Tam Anderley side by side and in front of her cousin Chaos. And I really hope to see that 14 down into the pits pretty soon, because I'm not too sure how much longer those tyres can hold on. Tam Anderley up into 2nd place. Arguably the net race lead, because we do expect to see Capi Selavir down into the pits pretty soon, as Ahmed Celia and Nick Leon both come into the pits. And Villalobos gets past Lam Fong as the 73 comes down into pit row as well. Now, his teammate Victor Alves has had quite the charge through the field, up in 9th place currently. Christian Bentley with the fastest first sector of anybody in 7th place. You know. Iago Sigurd still trying to fight for a podium for Team Rahal there as well. Teammate Remy Lebeau, well, his hands may hurt, but his pride would be more damaged if he couldn't see the checkered flag, and I don't think we'll see the checkered flag for Juan Villalobos. He is out of the race. Forced Liam Stones down into the wall, and the cautions come out on lap 11. Perfect timing for Chaos Anderley and for Spiker Peppo, the home fans rallying around that number 11 as he comes down into the pits. Arguably, you could come in now, go onto a set of hard compound tyres, and you could get to the end of the race. 46% for Capi Selavir. If these tyres don't wear, 25%. No, they will make it to the end. Surely they will. At this stage, losing 60% in 4 laps, you're not going to lose 40% in 2 laps. I think 6 laps on a set of hard compound tyres to the end is a potential strategy option at this stage, but it's not a strategy option that any of the drivers are going to take. Ahmed Celia tries to get past Spider Alves, makes it very easy for him, up to 9th place for the McLaren driver. That 12 car While he's rallied up there through strategy, that pace has just never really been with that car or that driver. Capi Salavir still very much at the head of the pack in the 77. On board with Iago Sigurd in the 47. Right behind Tamandle. Where is that Brazilian going to hope to make a charge to the second step of the podium, using both attack mode and attack charge, coming through turn 4. And on those hard tyres, it's going to be a lot harder to get grip, but there's a lot more tread to those hard tyres because Tam's softs 3 laps old, nearing the end of their useful span at 34%. It's going to be a lot harder to see anywhere near the checkered flag at this stage if you want to hold on to the strategy that Tam Andley's doing. And Sigurd looks at a potential pass as Christian Bentley comes out of the pits. Iago Sigurd in that 47 car going alongside and past that target Chip Ganassi car up into second place as Capi Salavir comes in. So you know what that means for the first time in the 47's career once again today. Iago Sigurd takes the lead here in Mexico. Chaos Andale will beat Capi Salavir out of the pits. So will Spiker Peppo. Remy LeBeau comes in. Kimi Nyla's only now heading down the main straight. So that is 4th place for Francis Capi Salavir. 13 seconds, 14 seconds off the race lead. And attempting to do 4 laps on the same set of soft compound tyres. It is theoretically possible. But that last lap is going to be hell on earth. For the Frenchmen. For the Frenchmen. And for the German driving for target Chip Ganassi. Chicelia in front of Lam Fong coming through the opening chicane. And with only 15 cars left, with 4 to go, this race is likely going to be one on strategy. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I post these races whenever I can. Iago Sigurd coming down into the pits for his 3rd stop with 3 laps to go. Chaos Andale in the 14 car comes into the race lead, but likely can't go to the end of the race due to his soft compound tyres being 3 laps old. And you might not think that that's too old, but we only expect these tyres to do 4, and if you can stretch it, 5 laps. He's not making it to the end, nor is Spiker Peppo, who has now been overtaken by the 77 of Capi Salavir. I think he's getting impatient. We expect that 77 to take the lead on strategy, but now I think he just wants to take it outright. Lam Fong comes down into the pits as clouds arrive over Mexico. Soft tyres on for the Dragon Racing man. 1 second and he's closing. In comes Chaos Andale from the race lead. Capi Salavir with the fastest lap of the race of 58.6 now leads with 2 to go. Let's see what tyres go on for Chaos. It's mediums going on. Might be the only set he's got left. Spiker Peppo nowhere near the back of the Frenchman out in front, who is almost certainly going to take home the checkered flag today. Andale still up in the top 5, which is good news for the German driver, who has certainly needed some good news in his career right now. But still, when you've got a family member up in the top 3 and potentially going after second place, if she can close up to second. 3 seconds is the margin between Tam Andale and Spiker Peppo, so it's not impossible for her to move up the order. That is going to weigh on Chaos's mind, knowing that if the strategy had fallen correctly, could have been his race to win. Christian Bentley then now a lap down from starting on the front row to 15th and last, a lap down on the penultimate lap here in Monterrey. 25% for Spiker Peppo. I think he's going to hold on to it. I think he can hold on to it. It's not impossible, as I've said before. You just don't want to be in this situation where you are begging for your tyres to hold on. And out of the top 6, the only 2 drivers who won't be begging for their tyres to hold on are Chaos Andale and Iago Sigurd. And just right on board Cappy Selavir at 36% tyre wear. I think he's making it to the checker. It's not going to be a quick lap by any metric, but I think APC might take home their first race win in the ERL as Christian Bentley almost unlaps himself, but lets the Frenchman go by to begin the final lap of this Grand Prix of Monterrey. Tam Andale has caught and overtaken Spiker Peppo, as there's a lot of sparks coming off of the back of both cars. In fact, looking back with Tam Andale. And Spiker, while he's unable to challenge for second place, will still at the very least give the home fans what they want, a Mexican driver on the podium. It's not the race win, but for Trackhouse Racing, it's still brilliant points on the board and a piece of silverware for their collection. For Cappy Selavir, however, it's going to be another maiden race win for a rookie driver in the season of the ChampCar World Series. Last time out, it was Neptune Grizzly. This time out, Cappy Selavir is an ERL race winner. Tam Andale will see the checkered flag in second and take home the fastest lap as well with a 58.4. Iago Sigurd will steal away that third place from Spiker Peppo, who suffers a full car puncture on the final lap. So will only come home with fifth. I say only as if fifth place isn't too much of an achievement. Still, once again, great points on the board. And Liam Stones hit 0. There go the tyres for the Team Green Man, who now just has to be avoided by Lam Fong, and I think that should be an easy job. It is an easy job. Just unfortunate for both Liam Stones and for Christian Bentley today, you have to say. Both of them with bad fast cars, just arguably too aggressive for their own good. And here's your podium. Cappy Selavir taking home victory here in the ChampCar Grand Prix of Monterrey. Tam Andale comes home with second place, and Team Rahal, while they had pole position, Iago Sigurd will give them their first podium of the season. As for the rest of your finishes, Chaos Andale, fourth from Spiker Peppo and Remy LeBeau. Then it's Kimi Nyla, Ahmed Cilia, Vita Alves and Nick Leon. Outside of the top 10, Roland Schmidt was 11th from Hachai Cilia, Lam Fong, Liam Stones and Christian Bentley, with the non-finishers being Juan Villalobos, Hux Fanucci, Joey Williamson, Fande Souza, Neptune Grizzly, Londro Zakaholi, Nache Perez, Antonio Ponte and Kuro Giri. That now puts Cappy Selavir to the top of the points, followed by Spiker Peppo and Neptune Grizzly. Tam Andale and Remy LeBeau are tied on points, followed by Hachai Cilia and Iago Sigurd. Then it's Chaos Andale, Antonio Ponte, Nache Perez, Kimi Nyla, Ahmed Cilia, Christian Bentley, Vita Alves and Nick Leon, with Jonas Schmidt, Hux Fanucci, Juan Villalobos, Joey Williamson, Lam Fong, Fande Souza, Kuroguri, Liam Stones and Landre Zakaholi yet to score points. In the constructors standings heading into the third round of the championship, Team Rahal lead the way from APC Motorsports and McLaren Racing. Then it's Trackhouse, Target Chip Ganassi, Newman Haas, Sims 888, Grand Slam Racing, Team Penske, Dale Coyne Racing, Dragon Racing and Team Green, who are yet to score any points. Well, another rookie race winner in only our second round of the season. Next up here on Sparkplug Motorsport, the ERL Formula E World Series returns at what will likely be the most chaotic race of the season, the Rome E3. So thank you so much for watching our coverage of the ERL ChampCar World Series, and we will see you guys next time then when the Electric Racing League returns.